Hello, welcome everyone to the first episode of YAM movie review. As you can see, I'm out here in the snow in my back garden. Had to take it right back to the early 2000s, draw for the Averex. If you don't know about this, you wasn't there. Back in the day, if you didn't have one of these, your life wasn't worth living, and I was a part of that hype. But anyway, I had to bring it out the cupboard now because it's freezing. I digress. Welcome to the first episode of YAM movie review. I saw the video yesterday, Wakanda Forever, and I was asking everyone for their opinion on the new Black Panther movie. Well, here it is. Here's a few reviews that you're gonna see from people who are either a part of YAM or maybe just affiliated with YAM or maybe just watch YAM. They're gonna be telling you, finally, a Christian perspective on the movie. The whole reason why YAM is here is because I was tired of hearing a secular perspective on the world. Tired of watching The Breakfast Club and not hearing a Christian perspective being brought to the show, only unless they brought in someone like Kirk Franklin, who never really held it down. So now, here's a forum, here's a space for Christians to talk about life, and in this particular aspect, the movie Black Panther. So here we go. See you later.
Hi everyone, I'm Tosin and I just wanted to share some thoughts on the Black Panther movie. I currently live in New York and I live in Harlem, which is predominantly a black neighborhood, so it was definitely a big deal here. I watched the film on opening weekend and I thought it was a great moment in history, in entertainment history, where black people came together no matter where you're from, no matter the history that you may have individually. We came together and watched this film. And it was a great film. I'm not personally a huge comic book fan. I've watched some of the Marvel films before, but I don't go out of my way to watch any of them, to be honest. But I definitely did advocate for Black Panther and the celebration of having an all-black cast, a black director, black production staff, etc. And I know Disney are still at the heart of it, but it was nice to see this black excellence being portrayed in the mainstream. That aside, so aside from it being a great film and very entertaining and so forth, there were some spiritual elements and agendas that were pushed. And being a Nigerian, I'm British, but I identify with being Nigerian since my parents are Nigerian. I've been to Africa many times, particularly Nigeria and some parts of East Africa, as well as West Africa. And I have been exposed to what some may call witchcraft, spiritual juju, etc. I've been exposed to it, not personally like delved in it or utilized it, but definitely know about it. And I think some of those agendas were being pushed in Black Panther. I think for me personally, it didn't really impact me. It didn't now make me think I'm going to now go and try to do some witchcraft on the side or delve deeper into it. But I can imagine for some people who have never even really known about witchcraft or spiritual things like that, juju, etc., I can imagine them wanting to find out more just through common interest and intrigue of wanting to know. And I think that does open the door to certain things that maybe they shouldn't really delve into. That aside, as a Nigerian, this wasn't that abnormal to me. As much as there's churches and people praising the Lord in Nigeria, there are equally people that are praising their babalo, as we would know them, and going to visit their witch doctor. I did see some of that in the movie, but what I took away from the movie during those particular scenes, I don't want to really spoil the movie for anybody, but from those particular scenes, I took certain African traditions and cultures that I do approve of and that I think are positive. However, there are some themes and things that I thought were positive that I take because of my background being a Nigerian and growing up in a African rich household. Some of the things that I thought were interesting were the command that elders have. Elders are respected in our culture, and even today they're heavily respected, and I really like that element that they portrayed in the movie. And yes, they took it to the next level by saying, oh, if you drink this particular potion, you can interact with your passed on elders in another realm. Okay, that I don't agree with, but I like the element of respecting your elders and respecting their decisions and choices and so forth. So I thought that was good. The other thing that did stand out to me is the drinking or taking of natural remedies. Again, I took that as a positive in terms of oftentimes in the Western world, we are told to just take a pill, take this medicine, take that medicine. But in Nigeria and other parts of Africa, they do believe in natural remedies taken from trees and plants, etc. And a lot of those things do actually work, and they're not spiritual, they're not juju led, they're just literally natural remedies that are used with the resources that have been grown naturally in the world. And I took a lot from that, just a reminder to myself and to others that you don't always need to take modern day medicine. There are natural remedies as well. But again, Black Panther took it to another level by saying if you take this potion, this remedy, you can interact with those that have passed on. So overall, for me, I think from my perspective, being very established and positioned in the African community, the Nigerian community, I didn't think this film did anything randomly spiritual to me. I actually enjoy the film. I would tell those that have a strong sense of faith and a strong believing in Jesus to go and watch it. I don't think it's any different to anything else that we watch out there, to be honest. And obviously with everything, as a Christian, you watch with caution. You watch for certain things that may trigger yourself, and so it's best to take everything with a grain of salt. If you know that this film is going to trigger you to start looking at things that maybe you shouldn't start looking into, or practicing things that you shouldn't practice, then maybe this film isn't for you. But if you know that this is something that would be purely based in entertainment and you leave it there, you leave it at the movie theatre, then I think it's a great film to watch. Hope that helps some people who are questioning whether or not to watch the film. And yeah, see you soon.